Hey everybody, Jay Shalansky here from the 5th Trooper. Very excited to be talking to you today about Dungeons and Dragons Onslaught. This is a two-player skirmish game coming from our friends over at Wizkids. I want to take a moment and thanks Wizkids for sending this off ahead of time so that we could do this unboxing and get this information to you. As always, like this video and subscribe. We're going to be doing plenty more Onslaught unboxes, and you want to be notified when those happen. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right. So we've got the contents here on the inside. I really like the compartments for the different miniatures and everything. That looks cool for moving and using this game in the future if I want to take it to my friend's house. That's pretty neat. So that's my first reaction to this, first time seeing this. This looks like some sort of Dungeons and Dragons pouch. I don't know what that's for yet, so I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. Next thing is, let's see, this is Onslaught expansion packs, so free scenarios. Oh, that's cool. Download free print and play scenarios, tournament resources. That's very cool. What's this? Frameworks, custom sprues. Oh, so this is great. So you can get more D&D minis with a 10% off, it looks like, with a code. So that's super cool. What this does is Onslaught allows you to proxy the miniatures that come in here for your characters in your groups with other Wizkids D&D miniatures, which is super cool. All right, so looks like we've got the rule book. We can go through this in a minute. I'll just flop through really quick. So this looks pretty cool. Standard, you know, hey, this is how to play, how to set up the first board, you know, how the monsters work, how everything works. All right, so the next thing we have is a scenario guide. So the way Onslaught works is basically there's campaigns, 6 campaigns in this first box. And what you do is this helps you set up the scenarios, how a round goes. Yeah, so, you know, these are different scenarios, campaigns in the game. This shows you the board, where to set up your enemies, where you and your opponent get to set up, and then any special rules or play that this particular scenario has. So yeah, this is really cool, really helpful. I love this kind of style of scenario setups or campaign setups, so that you know you're not guessing when you're setting up the board with your opponent, with your friend. Everything's laid out here for you, so this is really neat. Yeah, so that's the scenario guide. Then the next thing we have on this side, so this looks to be the boards and the tokens. Again, I haven't opened this, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my knife here. We'll just give this a quick little open. All right, so let's see here. So it looks like some really great tokens for the game. So there, we'll get that plastic off of there. So yeah, so here are all your different token types. So, you know, some of the characters give out tokens like weakened, rooted, slowed, stunned. They have special abilities that do that. These look to be the treasure tokens, because there is treasure in this game. It wouldn't be D&D if there wasn't. Yeah, and then these are different types: marked, cursed, taunted. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's your wounds, loot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. So these look like even more tokens. Some of the campaigns call for terrain, and these little tokens here are supposed to go on the board to show you that terrain. These are the treasures. So you know, what I saw in the preview was that you set the treasures on, and then you can loot the treasure to get some of that loot that we saw in those first tokens. This looks like starting areas for the 2 factions. I'm not sure what these are yet. These look like the characters, so I'm assuming some sort of token for the characters. Portal, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm sure we'll learn more about that as we actually take a look at our Learn to Play or more videos in the future. So we're actually on the 5th Trooper here. We're actually going to be doing playthroughs of this campaign, so you can watch that there. Yeah, so this is, oh man, this is huge. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys could see this, just bumped my camera there. But this is a huge play area for all the campaigns and scenarios coming up. So then it looks like what side to start on. Oh god, I'm so excited. I'll start here. Okay, so this looks like oh, this is just a pretty cool like game counter to help you keep track of the game. So you've got your rounds, victory points for player 1, victory points for player 2, and then your trackers. So that is super neat. I do like this about this game, and this is something we saw in the previews that at Gen Con, that like all your character stuff is on these cool spinner counters, right? And so you can keep track of everything right through this, which is super cool. Ooh, okay. So it looks like we saw this from some of the previews, but we've got a young dragon, young troll, young Etten. I think these are all the enemies. Let's see, these look like characters. So there's Bedlam, Jivaka, the flowing maple. Jivaka, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rox Paratrix, the clanless. Oh gosh, that one's really tough. Here, I'll show you guys that on the screen. These names are very interesting and tough for Jay to pronounce. All right, what do we got over here? Oh, looks like more character. Oh my gosh, there's a whole ton here. This is great. So I'm pretty sure you each get 6 characters and you choose 5 to play in the game. But yeah, like here's Lightning Dancer. This was in the preview that we saw at Gen Con. Abilio McGavin. That's cool. Let's see, Gravel Shanks. I'll go through these individually in a second. Dracomau the Rockbiter. Very cool. Chloe Amsonono, Bard. Sedona Sparklebang, Wizard. Mistral, the Cleric. And Barishel, the Paladin. Okay, so we'll go through these. This is all based in the Forgotten Realms in D&D, which is super cool. There's our enemies. I'm going to put those to the side. All right, so it looks like over here, we've got our cards. So now, each of the... I'm going to try to find my knife here. I know I set it somewhere. Each of the these characters, they can also get upgrades. So as you level up throughout the campaign, you can get upgrades, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. Let's see what we got here. Plastic off. All right, what is this? Oh, okay, so these must be part of the campaign. These are called, these are runes, some sort of rune stone. That's pretty cool. Looks like some keys. North and south keys, pretty neat. These are different versions of the loot. So it looks like that these match those tokens that we were looking at earlier. So basically, you probably shuffle the token stack and then you draw one. That's without even looking at the rules, I'm assuming. So yeah, so there's all kinds of different weapons, focus, armor, shields, all different kinds of things you can obtain during the missions and during the campaigns. So let's take a look at here. Okay, so these, just looking at the backs, these match the characters. So these are your upgrades. So as you level up throughout the campaign, you actually get to upgrade some of your characters. Dark One's Own Luck. This looks like +3 to defense. That's just an example. Spell preparation, that's pretty cool. At the end of your activation, if you did not make an attack, you can reduce the dial of each of your dials by 1. That's pretty neat. All right, so I'm going to put those to the side for now. All right, so these are, it looks like these are going to be our initiatives and our, just like our quick cards that came in the preview kit as well. They had these quick info cards that basically tell you how to activate your characters, how many actions you get, what kind of actions you get. That's neat. So I'll actually put those here. So these are more monsters. So we saw some of the larger monsters, it looks like, I'm assuming, are going to have these dials, same as our characters, keeping track of all their different information because they have a lot. And then some of the lighter enemies, it looks like loot goblins and stuff, you're just going to be able to do this over a card, just because they don't have as much going on. That's a really neat way of doing that. I really like that. So then the cool thing about how Onslaught works is it's through an initiative system. So basically, you and your opponent have player initiatives. It's 1 through 10, and it swaps back and forth who has initiative 1, so you always know what character is going to be going first. And then 2 through 10, the other 9 are going to be random. So you basically shuffle them up and draw between you and your opponent, and then it's blind what other characters have initiative. So that's just a really cool feature of how Onslaught works, and kind of keeps the guesswork of the back and forth of how to play the game, who's going to play and what order they're going to be playing in. I think you will know because you'll have 9 or 4 or 5 of these cards are already in your hand. So if one's out, and let's say I have like 4 and 10 and 8 and 9, well, I know that my opponent has the other ones. I just don't know which characters they've given those to. So that's a really cool part of how this game operates. I really like that. In addition to that, the monsters have initiatives too, and you can see how they did this. I really like this AI system, if you can call it that. It's basically the monsters have initiative that play on the halves. So, we saw that the players have 1 through 10. Well, the monsters have 1.5 through 10.5, right? So you're going to be able to know that the monster is going to be moving. And then we look at the card to see when the monster moves, what they do, how they attack, all sorts of stuff. So they have specific actions as well. And how it works is the players just basically, based on what the rules say, like, move towards the closest character, shoot the closest character, that sort of thing. That's how you know how the monsters move. So it's an AI system, but with a little bit of player control. Very neat system. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to, I'll start with these. I'm actually going to pull out all these characters. We'll move this box so that we can get a good look at all the characters and all the other models that this box came with. So let me go ahead and pull this all out. We will move the box. Nothing else in there. Yep. Okay. Great. So I'm going to save the big boy for last, of course. We will, this is cool. So these are the die. You get 2d20. Each player has 2d20 to roll for attacks, defense, all that stuff. Very similar, it's a D&D game, so of course it's going to fall. These are really beautiful. So that looks for the one faction, and then these are for the other faction. So, you choose your faction, and then you get dice that correspond with that, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's look at some. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I like both of these. I'm gonna actually go with this one first. So these look like the player characters. Very cool. They match those cards that we have over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one by one, and I'm just going to kind of hold it up to the camera so you guys can get a look here. See if that refocuses. No, I guess not. All right. Well, there's one. These things are beautiful. So they come pre-painted. Man, the detail on this is just so great. All right. So that's that one. We'll go with this one. I don't know if that's going to work here. No, it doesn't want to read. That's all right. So there's the next one. I love any game that comes with pre-painted miniatures. You're really helping me out. That's for sure. I do not have enough time to hobby. So a couple of these were actually in the preview kit. Oh yeah. These look good. These look really good. So, let's see if we can't match these up. This is all blind, by the way, so let's see if we can't match these up with the sheets. All right, so that looks like her right there. So the flowing maple. This looks like Rock Pariatrix, the clanless. Let's see. Nope, that must be the other bond. Nope. Nope. Yep. There's old Grabble Shanks. Perfect. Don't think so. Don't think so. Alright, so let's see what else we have here. This might be Bedlam, but I'm gonna... Alright, so this looks like Barishel the Paladin. Perfect. Let's move some of these to the side. Yep, that looks like Mistral the Cleric. Perfect. And then I think this might be Bedlam. Alright, Bedlam. So, you've got a Warlock, you've got a Cleric, you've got a Paladin, Ranger, a Sorcerer, and a Monk. So, you know, I think the same in D&D when you're building out your party, you want to be well-rounded. And like I said, there's 6 for each faction, and then once you choose, you actually have 5 to build the faction. So those match those. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all to the side. That was a fun little experiment we did. That was all blind. I haven't really looked that deep into this besides some of the rules and how to play. But this is my first time looking at everything in the box. All right, so we're gonna move to the next one. All right. So, oh gosh. All right, so we have, this looks like a drow, maybe, dark elf, that's cool. This looks like a hero of some sort. This is maybe a giant or an orc. This is a cat folk, perfect. Oh, we got one that looks like came a little broken in the box, that's okay. Oh yeah, just a little bit of glue will fix that, no problem. Almost fixed her there. She looks like maybe a barbarian. And then, oh yeah, we've got a little, a little wizard or something. And it looks like I got another little piece in here. I'm not sure who that goes to, but I will put that to the side, maybe to her. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. But oh well. That happens in shipping. Sometimes things come apart. So let's take a look and try to match them. So yeah, this is the wizard. Oop. Sedona. Lightning Dancer. Cat folk. So that's right there. Let's see. This is a druid. So I'm not 100% which one that is yet. This one here. Maybe it's this guy. Yeah, Ablio. All right. Let's see. Chloe is a bard. Maybe she was supposed to have. Yep. This is her thing, I guess. This is her mandolin. I'm guessing here. And then, boom. The rogue, Lazelle. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So these are the other 6 characters that you could choose from. Yeah, super neat. You know, I'm not gonna go too deep. We're gonna have other videos going into all their stats and everything that they can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all to the side. There's my characters. I'll have to use a little glue. That's okay. That happens from time to time. Yeah, I mean, listen, anytime you're dealing with miniatures in a box, things happen. So, you know, I did have a couple that were a little broken there, but it's okay. It looks like they look easy enough to glue together. A little super glue or even plastic glue. That'll fix that right up. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, right, these are my little kobolds. These guys look awesome. Man, the detail on these is incredible. And what we'll do is I'll probably put some pictures up of these. But man, these look great. Yeah, these are really, really good. Trying to make sure I get them on camera here for all of you all to see. Yeah, so on the on our Fifth Trooper website, thefifthtrooper.com, if you're new to us, we're gonna have articles. We're gonna do breakdowns of the characters. I will post pictures on there. And then we're also going to do playthrough of all the campaigns. So, and we'll have we'll have a learn to play as well. Here's some more. These are the, I would guess, let me see. Let's see if we can match these guys up really quick. So there's the kobold. Armored gnolls. That's who these guys are. So that's pretty cool. Armored gnoll. Man, the detail on these are super good. Okay. So let's see what else we got. So this is the young Eden. It's not even an old one. It's a young one that we've got to deal with in this game. Oh boy. Let's see it. We have, this is the young troll. A lot of young stuff. I think because the other ones are so big that it would be hard to deal with them, if I remember my D&D correctly. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the big boy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up this young black dragon here, just so you guys can see this. So this is cool. This comes in a couple pieces. Just, oh my gosh, that is a big miniature. The amazing thing about this, I think you guys all know, if you play D&D, or if you know Wizkids at all, that their miniatures are all for D&D as well. So yeah, I mean, look at this. So you could use this for any of your D&D campaigns outside of Onslaught. You know, I'm not really. Oh yeah, it just kind of slides in there. Perfect. And you probably want to glue these in as well. Just dropped another miniature on the ground. No big deal. They're pretty sturdy. You could tell by the plastic. It's not like it's more of like a soft plastic than a hard plastic, which is really great because if any of like their swords bend or their spears, you can actually just fix those. I guess I didn't get that in. I'm like trying to do this while we're filming this, but anyways, you guys get the point. There's the young dragon. Wow, that is beautiful. Man, that's incredible. Yeah, so, and it looks like the goblins are tokens, I would guess. I was wondering where the goblin miniatures were, but I am guessing they are right here. So it looks like there's going to be some mimics maybe here, or trapped treasure chests. So it looks like there's little stands that are going to hold the treasure chests or the goblins, and that's how you'll do those for the loot goblins. Here, there's 2 loot goblins. Yeah. So that is the box as a whole. You guys can check out more videos. We'll be breaking this all down, all the different pieces. But as far as I'm concerned, just what I'm seeing here, totally worth the dollar amount that they're asking for this. The charge here. I mean, look at all these miniatures that you're getting. These are the heroes in addition, right? Like you're getting a ton of minis that you can use outside of Onslaught that is also available for using in just playing D&D. So yeah, so there's our unboxing. Like, subscribe, check back. We'll be doing much more. Thank you for watching.